Hello there, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Tina Gale.
And I'm Sharmelle Thomas. And we want to talk to you today about why we started our travel businesses and a few misconceptions that are out there about network marketing. So, Tina, you introduced this to me over 3 years ago.
Yeah.
What attracted you to the business?
So we travel a lot, and it just made sense for us. It really did. And not only that travel side, but after talking with my sponsor, so the person that actually introduced this to me, I could do both the travel and the business side. So not being a salesperson and not liking pushy salespeople, which I'm sure a lot of you are the same.
I think we all feel that way.
Right.
Yeah.
I really just planned on talking with a few friends, you being one of them.
Thanks.
Yeah. But we started during COVID, and nobody was really traveling except us.
They did go a lot.
Yeah, we did. We
Yeah.
did. But because of this, we were able to earn on the travel that we were still doing. And granted, we were only going to Mexico because they were the only country letting us in, but we were able to do that and earn from it. Yeah. So, what did you think when I called you 3 years ago?
I thought I didn't want to listen to anything. But you know how it is. So I was already busy with my full-time job. I had a second side business already. So in my head, I didn't have space for anything else. But then I kind of was like, we've known each other for a really long time.
Right.
And you're not the kind of person that's always coming to me about something and try this or try that. You've never come to me with anything before this. And so I was like, okay, I'll be nice. So, I was just being nice. And I was like, I listened to what it was about, and I was like, oh, well, this sounds great. But at the same time, I was like, I don't have time. I'm not going to do it. But then I thought about it some more, because I actually told her no.
Yeah, she did.
And I think I slept on it like maybe one night, 2 nights. I don't know. Came back to you and said, you know what? I love to travel. I don't know why I was being stupid. This makes sense for me to just do it because I travel so much myself. Yep. So I got smart. So what about you? Did you have any reservations about joining an MLM, and how do you feel about it now?
Okay, so let's step back.
Okay.
And explain what that is for those that are not familiar with that.
MLM, network marketing. MLM is multi-level marketing. Network marketing, you might hear direct sales. There's probably like 20 gazillion different names for this.
Yes.
But those are probably the ones that you might hear the most often. But what it is, like a typical MLM, is an individual can earn money in one of two ways. First, they can sell a product, or in our case, a service, travel as a service. Or you can earn, or you can earn income when you recruit somebody into the business and they also are selling that product or service.
Yep.
So if you need a visual, Tina started selling travel, was earning commission on that, and then she recruited me into the business. And so she also gets a commission from the sales that I make. And it's actually, not to scare you, it's a match. I don't lose anything.
Right.
The company rewards her for helping to expand the business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just recently came across a quote that I want to read, actually.
Okay.
So this is from Jim Rohn. Network marketing is the big wave of the future.
Yeah.
It's taking place of franchising, which now requires so much capital for the average person.
I'm an average person.
I'm an average person.
Yeah.
So it totally clicked with me that, it just made sense, and I totally understood a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So to answer your question, did I have any reservations?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. And I say that because there was nothing to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a low initial investment.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is,
Really low.
and was, and
Yeah.
it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
And I've worked for other network marketing companies and I sold products, but never that business side. And I also didn't know that this actually existed for travel.
It makes a difference.
It does.
Yeah.
And I love that because we were already traveling. I could actually do both sides for this. I could travel, earn some money. I could do that business side and share and earn some money, but also help other people.
Yeah.
So I had no reservations outside of, I'm not a salesperson at all. I'm just not a salesperson. But I was going to share with some friends, and all of a sudden it just really clicked with me, and that I could help other people earn.
Yeah.
And that, just even saying that, just helping other people earn on their own, travel and what they're already doing, it just gives me goosebumps. And I really enjoy that satisfaction.
Yeah.
So I know you say, or you were already involved in an MLM, right?
Right.
So does that mean that you were already used to the sales and they came easy to you?
No, not at all. So just to say, I started both companies for kind of the same reason. Like, I was doing jewelry before when you first told me about the travel business. And I started it because I was like, oh, I get a discount on the jewelry. And so the same thing with the travel. I was like, oh, I'm traveling a lot. It makes sense for me to do this. But I would just kind of like see, well, what are they talking about over here? I'm a nosy person. So, but the good thing about being nosy with the jewelry company, it helps me learn how MLM, network marketing, how it really works.
Yeah.
And so then when I kind of transfer that over to what you told me about the travel business, and I saw the business model, saw the compensation plan, I was really impressed.
Yeah.
And it kind of like you said, it just made sense. Being able to connect people to that, and that just knowing that there was really no downside, on top of there being, like you said, a really low initial investment.
Right.
There was no downside to me. I was gonna do it anyway. I was gonna travel anyway. Just because she's getting a commission, it doesn't take anything out of my pocket. So it's just really good. But is it easy? No, because you're going out to people and you're saying, hey, would you like to take a look at what I'm doing? Is this a fit for you? You're going to get a lot of no's. And for whatever reason, past the age of 2, when you're running around shouting no to the whole world, no's are not easy. And wondering, the other things that we worry about around sales, none of it's easy. But when you realize, you help somebody, I've helped several people on my team, it makes it worth it.
Right.
And so you can overcome a lot of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. So we both agree that sales isn't easy, but overcoming our fear has been really game changing.
Yeah.
I feel like, and we both recently went through a business training, right?
Yeah.
And it really solidified what the MLM business model for us can do and why it works, truly. Let's, for example, the network marketing type of distribution model is, let's compare.
Okay.
Let's compare. Think of it as it's a traditional marketing and distribution model. I have this phone, right? So take this phone. It was built in a factory. It then goes to the distributor, to the wholesaler, to the retailer, and then to me, the consumer. Yeah. Right?
Right. And when you think of all of that in that chain, everybody has an opportunity to earn some income.
Right.
On this phone, except me.
Right.
And so network marketing changes that around and says the end consumer can actually have an opportunity to earn income if that works for them.
Exactly.
So I like to compare it to Coca-Cola as far as why does that make sense? Why does the travel company even want to do it? But think of what if Coca-Cola only had one location, one Coke machine? Most of us wouldn't have never heard of it, would have never tasted it, would not have spent all the money that we spend on Coke products, right? And so I like to think of us as like the travel as the Coke, of the world, because you can find Coke in a grocery store, you can find Coke at a gas station, you can walk around the corner, find it in a Coke machine. We call it a Coke machine because Coke is so prevalent. And so our travel company is able to spread that way because of our sales force. And so we're selling the travel of the Royal Caribbeans, the Hiltons, the Disneys of the world, right? But we're able to sell a lot of it because our sales force is so large. So why only have your agency when you can have a partner agency and connect with so many agencies around?
Exactly. Just the opportunity is endless because we travel, and most of us are planning to travel at some point, right? It's just a matter of getting past our fears around sales. The rejection that you mentioned, it's no. You're afraid of hearing someone say, no, I don't want that, when it's not necessarily you they don't want, they just aren't ready for your opportunity, right? Or worrying about what other people think. It's part of life.
It is.
And you really just can't do that and at the same time share an opportunity that you're that passionate about to try and help people at the same time.
You have to get past it.
So helping people earn income and improve their lives is that game changer for us.
And then we have the extra coolness because our service is travel, so we can really help people, because like Tina said, it's not for everybody, or it's not for them at this time, but they're probably planning a trip pretty soon, and we can still help with that. So, for example, I had clients just return from Ireland. I helped them get there. For them, this was a dream trip.
Love Ireland.
They wanted to really go explore, have a really good time there, see different cities in Ireland. They did that. They came back. I saw their pictures. I want to go to Ireland now. But I mean, seriously, my point is that helping them do that felt really good.
Exactly.
It felt really good. And they didn't buy the business opportunity for me. They just wanted to travel. And that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've done 3 or 4 honeymoons this year. And it just is wonderful that I can help them in that wonderful time of their life, do something and get them to a place where they really want to go and can enjoy after
all that stress
of
the wedding.
So I definitely understand. And one of them actually said I was the best travel agent ever.
There you go. But it felt good, right?
It
felt good.
It did. It absolutely did. Made me smile.
That's awesome.
For sure.
That's awesome.
So, as you can see, we are passionate and love our businesses. And we would love to share more with you. So, if you're in Louisville, join us in person to meet our mentor, Cindy, on September 26th at 7 p.m. The doors open at 6:30. Yep. And Cindy is going to share her secrets of her success. She's been in the business for 7 years, and we are so excited for her to come to town.
And we'll make sure that you have the link for that so that you know where to go, how to sign up. We're so excited to see you. But guess what? If you're not in Louisville, please remember that we still want to talk to you. We're not leaving you out, because Tina and I, like we said earlier, we want our little travel Coke machines all over the world. And we actually already have business partners across the U.S. Both of us do. So it's pretty amazing that we can do that. So just make sure that you look for our contact information. We'll make sure that we have it in the comments. You can also check our profile. Send us a personal message, and we'll make sure we get you this information to see if it's a fit for you or not. But yeah. And we're across the U.S., but we're also multiple countries. So like the UK.
Over 30 countries.
Over 30. So like UK, Mexico, a lot of the Caribbean, too many to name.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So thank you all for watching, and we look forward to connecting with you.